Barney. Come on. Here we go, y'all. Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination. And when he's tall, he's what we call a dinosaur sensation. Barney's friends are big and small, they come from lots of places. After school they meet to play and sing with happy faces. Barney comes to play with you whenever we may need him. Barney can be your friend too if you just make believe him. Barney.
The Worst Barney Episode is a show created by passionate Barney fans for Barney fans. Our love and respect for the Barney franchise and the talented individuals who brought this groundbreaking show to life run deep. However, like all long-running series, we recognize that not every episode resonated equally with every viewer. This series is not intended as a critique or disparagement of Barney, the creators, or the team behind the show. Instead, it's an opportunity for us to engage in lighthearted discussions and reflect on the episodes we may not have enjoyed as much as others. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to everyone involved in the creation of Barney, and we invite all of you to join us in this playful and nostalgic journey while keeping it fun and respectful.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to part 9, season 8 of the Worst Barney Episode. How is everybody doing? If you look right here on the screen, this is what our current breakdown looks like right now with all of the episodes that have been voted for the past seasons that we've discussed, with all aboard joining the list with the last stream. So that's just so you can get caught up with where we're at right now. Let's see who's in here. If you're in here, if you haven't yet, say hello. Say something so that we know you're here. I'm going to highlight some comments here. Who do we have? Barney Fan Entertainment says, I'm excited. What's up, man? I'm excited too. Thanks for being here. Kerron says, hey, howdy, hey. Hello. April says, hi there. Hi, April. Who else do we have in here? People talking about the weather. Who else? Orion Dagger says, hello, what's up, Orion? Let's see. Barney Fan Entertainment says, I would love for them to do home videos next. That's an idea that we've been talking about and playing with, possibly. We have a long way to go still with this series before we get there, but maybe we will do that. Wait, Hedge, are you not going to be in it? Because Hedge is also in the comments. Jason says, hey y'all, I'm new to being here in the chat, but have watched the other live streams that were posted and thoroughly enjoyed them. I'm Jason, and it's nice to meet y'all. What's up, Jason? I'm glad that you're here, like, as part of the chat now and part of the discussion, instead of just watching back. But thank you for watching the other ones that we've done so far. Glad to have you here. I'll keep looking at the comments. Keep saying hello if you're in here. I'm going to bring on our other two hosts with us that's here today. So, of course, as always, we have the wonderful Emmy.
Hi.
Hi. Emmy with her Bob West shirt on.
No,
that's the 20th anniversary shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a History Fan shirt.
It is. That is right. I forgot about that shirt. That was before I was like super active.
Yeah.
And then we of course have Hedge What's up, man?
Oh, I love your Bob West shirt. I mean, sorry, I mean the 20th anniversary. Shut up! I'm Harry Stars.
It's super duper.
Who, who is this? I would love to have that. Can I pay you? I'm not going to disclose the amount. I would love to pay you for that plush.
Dude, it's super nice. I like the texture of it, and I like the fact that it sits like almost like what the one on the screen used to sit like.
Yeah,
Not entirely.
that's why I want
both
it.
of the legs are posable, so like they can go down, which is nice, and the arms can do their own thing.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's super cool. I like it.
Did they make it to be rare or?
It was just for the 10th anniversary, so I don't think it was sold in stores, but it was sold in like their catalog. Back in the day, so it wasn't like they had like a limited number. I don't think. Just for some reason, they're just hard to come by, and maybe because they weren't. I don't think they were mass produced like for all stores and things. And Drew's in here, and he knows a little bit more about that stuff than I do. But I don't think they were in the stores like that. Uh-oh, Emmy popped out. Welcome back, Emmy.
Sorry, my internet went weird for some reason.
Oh, that's all right. Technology's only good when you don't need it. When you need
Exactly.
it, that's when things go wrong.
Exactly.
Andrew says, "I love that 10th anniversary doll." Yeah, man, it's one of my favorites that I own. Sonic Hawk says, "Hey everyone, what's up?" So yeah,
I keep doing the Wiggles thing. I don't know where that came from.
Okay, so it actually came from, I think in photos they wanted to see where the parents. They want to show parents where their hands were at all times, just to show people that we're not doing anything bad. We're doing this, and then it kind of just became their signature move, just doing that.
I guess I mean I don't know where I got it
for
from.
you. Why you started doing it?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch the Wiggles. I think it's cool.
And someone actually, I was doing like a question and answer on the Spots of Love's Instagram page, and someone asked what my favorite Wiggles preview was on the front of Barney videos. So now, and it's Emmy, you would know it, like the Wags the Dog song. We shake our hips with Wags the Dog. That song? Do you know this song, Emmy? Come on. No. Oh, you're muted. You're muted. I'm like,
whoops. Because I went onto YouTube to see the chat. Move your head and groove along.
Yeah. Man, now it's been in my... That was my favorite because I would imitate, that was the first time I would imitate, Wiggles songs, too. Before I started, doing, before Barney came on, I would do that. Now it's been stuck in my head since yesterday. But it's a really good song.
I think mine's always been Hot Potato. I think they did that at the beginning of Come On Over to Barney's House, or maybe it was Go to the Zoo.
More Barney songs, too, I think.
Mm-hmm. That was back when I was
on the most. That one and Fruit Salad.
Yes. Yeah, I think that was definitely back during a time where I didn't know that the Wiggles was a show. I thought they were just doing commercials. I didn't know they were like an actual thing.
They're
the guy, they're like the opening act.
The Wags the Dog song slaps. No, it does though. It really does. I love that song. So as you guys know, we're here. This is part 9 of our series. Kalen will be on in a little while. He's running a little bit late. Because there's been so much happening with Barney's World, and now it's available worldwide and all of those things, I don't think we need to cover news about it anymore. I'm kind of Barney World out. I've had enough of it. So I think we all see it when things are happening, and so we don't need to do news anymore here. I think we can just move on into the next thing. So obviously we're here.
Barney's World premieres finally is out. Kerron, I've had enough of it. Let's just move on, guys.
Well, and we've had enough. We saw the leak, right? We saw all the the shorts that they were doing for the first 2 weeks leading up to there was so much once they started, I told you guys there will be.
Yeah.
That by the time it premiered, it's okay, we don't need to every day an episode comes out be here's another episode. We know.
Yeah.
Let's it's okay. And there's nothing to talk about. There's only 5 of them, so there's only so much you can talk about. It takes us 30 minutes to get through them, and then it's over with.
That's true. They uploaded an episode on YouTube today, and I didn't realize that's what it was. I thought it was just a music video. I was like, oh, they uploaded "I Love You Again," and I saw it was 11 minutes. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, that's the second episode of the season, the "I Love You" one. Even though they named it "I Love You" on YouTube, but it's called "I Love You." which I hate also.
The YouTube
Anyway.
can't do anything right.
Anyway, season 8. So as I like to call it, season 7 part 2, because as most people know, season 7 and season 8 were filmed back to back. There wasn't really that hiatus there's never really a hiatus, but like a break in between like they usually do with seasons when they were rebooting Barney and bringing it back with this new iteration for Hit. They filmed those 2 back to back, and so I call it season 7 part 2, or in season 8. We didn't see a new intro for this season. Like it was the same recycled clips from the season 7 intro and that kind of thing. Season 7 and Knuckles. Oh, Do the Monkey. I remember that one too. Do the Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Do the. Oh man. See, I could never watch full Wiggles stuff, but I can watch like their little music video clips of certain songs. I can tell you what I hate right now about the Wiggles. Like they've gone on so long that they've traded in their big red car for a truck now. Have you seen this, Emmy?
No.
Man, and they have a new song that sucks in comparison to Big Red Car. And like they're driving around in this pickup truck thing. I just hate everything about it. I'm so upset about it. I'm so upset.
I saw the balls one, the bouncing balls. I saw that one. I didn't see the truck one.
Let me see if I can find it. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Like, cause I saw an Instagram clip of it, and they were like, "Here's our new car." Like they were all excited about it with their new song, and I'm like, "This song sucks in comparison to what you've written before." But maybe it's because all the cool Wiggles, except for Anthony, is gone now. So.
Oh, did he go?
Is it called? But it's not a truck. What do you got? What do they call it? They call it a.
Is it a ute?
Ute, yeah.
Yeah. A big
red ute. I wonder if we're gonna get. I wonder if we're gonna get stopped for this. Let's see.
Oh, I do not need this Morgan Wallen bullshit.
Such a pale imitation.
Toot toot chugga big red car. We travel near and we travel far. Come on, man.
Sorry to all the Morgan Wallen stands out there, but I'm not here for this.
They're gonna ride.
Next thing you know, there's racial slurs all in our chat. It's not funny, by the way, but that's what made him like. He got called out about racial slurs, and then his career took off. Like they were like, "Oh yeah, this is exactly what we needed first." He's really a country star now.
I know. It's so weird.
I can't wait for
the That is right. Yeah. Oh man, I don't. Okay.
I can't wait for the worst Wiggles episode ever podcast.
Yeah.
What do they do? Do they do seasons? Do they do like stuff just like Barney, or is it just like shorts?
No, they do seasons, but they continuously change their show too. Like they have multiple different variations of their Wiggle shows, right? I mean, like they always rebranded every few years to a new Wiggle show.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I kind of just stopped following them in my teens, but like you know.
Jen says the big red car is very much still in service, just expanded, and that's great. I don't think they needed to expand. Keep it to the car. Like it's not like you. Well, technically they did get more Wiggles, far more than they actually need. So maybe they do need more room. Like give the main four the front seats and then toss the rest of them in the back. I don't know.
I don't know why there's so many Wiggles. I don't get it. I've got like 20 Wiggles now.
Yeah, it's far too much. It's far too much. And instead of them just like you would think they would expand and like just represent multiple colors of like different colors, but instead they have like 2 purple, 2 blue, 2 like it's a lot.
So confusing.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
The show's not been the same since Emma left. Was that her name? Emma,
yeah.
Emma was the last thing like where they added her and you're like, all right, this is still all right.
Yeah.
And then once she left, it was just like
who is Emma?
Emma was the first female Wiggle that replaced the dude who came in and replaced Greg. I don't remember what his name was. I'm sorry.
Sam.
But she had the giant bow in her hair. Like, and girls loved her. Like she was a hit with young girls because she was the first female Wiggle. But I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, season 8. What do you guys think about this season? Before we obviously vote for and start putting our votes in for what we dislike, I need to get that link up, by the way, also. But is there any what were the things that you liked about this season when watching it? Hedge, I know you said you didn't even make it through all of it. Why did you not make it through all of it? What happened? Were you just too busy, or like?
Well, first things first, I want to say it was really hilarious to me when the first episode starts and they do this wide establishing shot to show the location, and it's literally just the same place we were just at in the last season. Like they tried to make it look like it was new. It's like you can do that with the earlier seasons, but they didn't change anything. And it's like, wow, look at this place. It's like so. It was a very busy week, and Emmy has said that she'll cram episodes in like the night before. That's what I do. I do that as well because it's really funny to me when I play an episode and it's a song I've heard before, and they'll be like, "Oh, I can't wait to brush my teeth," because I'm like skipping through it. It's really funny to me. But I watched half the season, and I really enjoyed it outside of a few hiccups that I guess we'll get into. But I think it was pretty solid. It really is like season 7 part 2, essentially, like you said. It's just more of the same, but the same isn't bad.
Yeah. And you said, well, before we got on, that Dean's voice is kind of growing on you.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Not actually, but I'll give you a few.
Okay.
Yes, you're right.
All right. So since we lose one token black guy, we'll bring the other one in. What's up, Rick?
Hi, Rick.
Welcome to the clubhouse. How are you doing today?
Barney's big race.
No, we're done with Barney's World. We're on to season 8.
No, it stays. I'm kidding.
All right, guys, I'm putting the link for the voting in the chat, but obviously it's not ready to go yet, but you guys will have it there.
So what did I miss?
We just started talking about season 8. What are the things that we liked about the season? Before we get into voting for what our non-favorite episode is.
Mm-hmm.
So what about like Emmy, did you share what did you like about the season?
Not yet. But overall, I actually thought season 8 was pretty solid. I really liked the concepts that were dealt with this season. I really do think because I liked season 7, and I do think season 8 in most aspects is the continuation of season 7. Dean's voice, unfortunately, I tolerated it in season 7, but in season 8 it starts to grate a little bit more because he's heading. We were saying this before the stream started. It starts to head more into Dean Barney in season 8. But it got when I was watching, because I was watching these episodes back to back, and I had to pause and take a break between episodes or blocks of episodes because it was just so I got a headache. But but other than that, I think it's a really solid season. There was one episode that annoyed me, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah. I think with Dean's voice, you are already so against it that there's not going to be anything that brings you from it. You know what I mean? Like, you're obviously very much entirely Bob West, right? And you despise Dean's voice, that the more you listen to it now, it's just going to be more and more annoying than it is. Okay.
Jesus, keyboard.
Oh, she's typing. Oh, she's breaking up.
She cares. Yeah.
All right, how
terrific, Kaylin.
Don't ever do that again.
How is it for you now, Emmy? Can you hear? I think she's still struggling. while we wait to see what's happening with her, let's see what some other folks are saying here. Yeah, first of all, Kaylin, what the hell? Where'd you come from?
Work.
Put you
Work.
on the
Where
planet.
do you work? Are you like a ministry?
No, I work in a jewelry store, and I had to close.
Hey, look, there's 2 Emmys. Emmy, don't look now, but someone's impersonating you.
I've been cloned.
That
Don't look
scared
now,
me.
but someone's impersonating you, and now they're
I was like-
glitching out.
I was like, why are they doing 2 different things? That's scary.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my internet. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Head, you need to watch them at 2 times speed like I do, says Jen, for your the episodes.
That would drive me insane.
I couldn't do it. Nope, I couldn't do it.
Watching season 9.
Let's see. What are some other people saying?
Awkward silence.
See, here we go. Did Kaylin just get back from seminary? What the hell?
Fine, I'll take it off.
I had
No,
to
please,
teach the
whatever
board
you
real
have
quick.
on. Please don't take anything off on this stream. Did you notice that the things in season 8 directly mirror those in season 7, right down to episode order?
Nope.
So
No.
season 7, episode 4 is dogs. Season 8, episode 4 is cats. I don't know how you piece that together. Dude. I've never noticed that at all.
I just thought they were episodes.
But that's very interesting. I wonder if they wrote that.
Not really. Season 7 is the first episode is trains.
Pastor Kaylin.
Season 8 is what, fountains? Like, I wouldn't think so. I mean, that's a good analogy, but yeah.
Mr. Boyd's battery-powered fountain. Take 2 double A's. Didn't plug it in.
The mini fountain.
Excuse me, his name is Grady.
I mean, technically it is.
Hello, Grady.
It is technically Grady. Kaylin, what are your thoughts about season 8? Like things that you liked about the season?
I like that Dean is finally like coming within his own. You can start to see him sort of getting comfortable in the role. What else do I like? Did you know well, I'm sure you already mentioned this was filmed back to back.
Mhm.
So this season and the season before, this was all filmed within like maybe a year or 2, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention this in the last stream. We were talking about season 7. To me, this is the best that BJ has looked, in my opinion. Here we go. It's true.
No, it's not. But continue.
Well, to me, I mean, like, and I'll describe later. Anyway,
No, describe now. I mean, you're on the topic.
Okay, well, I think he looks more kiddish, more boyish than he did in previous seasons.
This is
Other
the
than
same
season
exact
3.
costume that they used in season 7.
No, I'm not talking about. I said I forgot to mention in the last stream when we were talking about season 7.
Sorry, when you talk, I started to tune out. I apologize. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I didn't hear you say that though, but go ahead.
It took me anyway. That's mainly about it. I like the some of the videos they put out afterward. Specifically the manners video. I mean, it's pretty good. And
Read with me, dance with me.
I don't really like that one. But
what don't you like about it?
Honestly, I love the pause.
Honestly, those 2 episodes on that video could have replaced any of the like.
That's what I'm saying.
The one that I don't like in this season, and would have been.
It feels like they filmed those to be like made specifically for PBS, but decided, okay, we have way too much of this stuff. Let's just like smash them together and put them out as one video. That's the only distracting thing to me. But I'm not saying that the episodes are bad. I'm just saying like it's distracting knowing that those are literally and probably 2 episodes.
They released way too many DVDs during Hit Entertainment. Oh my lord. You made me sick.
And well, they did it at like they did it at the time when the shit like it was dying, right? Like the moment where the series started to like suck, they started forcing all these like DVDs out. Like during season 7 and 8, they had one home video. That was the Manners one. I don't count that the other one as a home video, even though it is, because it's technically 2 episodes, like Caitlin was just saying. But like they didn't do many home videos until after season 9. Like then they started doing like the farm video, the
Land of Make Believe,
and then they really started picking up home videos again. But for those first 2 seasons, they didn't do anything really. And I wonder if it's because they filmed those 2 seasons back to back that they were so busy working on those. I don't know.
That could be it.
Unrelated. I think it goes without saying, at least for me, that Selena Gomez was the best kid actress on the show at this point.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Any episode she was in, I liked a lot because she's felt like she's really there.
And Fred Holmes said that. Like he said, she was the type of kid that like she would hang around the camera operators and directors and stuff and ask like how things worked and stuff. And he's like, the reason why you saw kids like the same kids so much, her or the Victoria Lennox who's played Tracy like in the later seasons and stuff, was because directors would like figure out which kids like were great at taking direction and things like that and work good with other kids, and they would request that those kids be put in their episodes. So seeing you saw her so much just spoke to how great she was to work with as a kid, along with some of those other kids that you saw a lot of like even in the previous seasons because of that. But like no, she's definitely, you could definitely tell she was going to be a star just from watching these.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I think she's the only one. Like the rest of them, they weren't bad kids. Like all of them did pretty good, but she really sold it like all the way through, I think. What do you have, a headache, Hedge?
No, he's. I'm not. Look, this isn't daycare. I was gonna say something. I don't remember.
Did you say this isn't daycare?
Yeah, I was about to be like, he's copying me. No, I'm a grown adult.
Oh, so you're just sped up. I got you.
Who's squeaking? It sounds like a mouse.
That's a bird at Emmy's country.
Oh, okay.
And I enjoy them. I like the birds.
I forgot to close my window. Sorry.
By the way, Jen was arguing with you, Kaylin, about how wrong you are. Let's see here. Jen says season 7, episode 1, and 8, episode 1 are both about the park. It's a bit of a stretch, but if you go through all the episodes, they're almost perfect matches. Says.
Okay.
Episode 2 for season 7 is up and down. Episode 2 for season 8 is on and off. Episode 3 is manners for each. Manners, sharing, imagination, fairy tales. She said that they were made that way to be partnered for international like VHS releases. So they would partner one episode from each season.
Throw that on the wiki.
Yeah.
Trivia.
I mean, the wiki is a great place for some information. Some of it's just all over the place. But yeah, I don't know. I really, all in all, I enjoyed this season. I think this is my favorite. If pairing season 7 and 8 is my favorite out of the 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always enjoyed watching season 8 more than I did season 7.
It's just really solid. It feels like the characters have kind of found their footing a little bit, in all aspects, and it feels like you can tell when it's the first season of something because you can like just the writing and the performances of all the characters. You can tell when they don't know just yet, but now it feels like everyone's comfortable, everyone's here, and so we're just gonna do it now, and it's really nice.
Yeah, Orion says, I know nothing of this season. Honestly, forgot Selena Gomez was in this. That's all right. You guys have to start watching the season, like the episodes with us, so you guys can come prepared. What was the name of Demi's character?
Angela.
Angela.
That's a great idea, Angela. Barney says 7 times in the episode.
I'm so glad that this
every episode.
I'm so glad that this is the end of their run, though. Like I was thinking earlier, like it sucks that this group of kids we only saw for 2 seasons, where normally they're at least around 3. You know what I mean? Because by season 9, a couple of them are still there. Cammy's there, Jackson's there, Nick is there, but the rest of them are gone. So like that was very strange. I remember even as a kid, like they left just so quickly. But all we ever talk about when we get to the park era stuff, besides like how it went downhill and like the riff thing, is Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that after today we don't have to talk about them again, because I'm just sick of it. Like every time somebody on Barney talks about anything with the show, they always bring up Selena Gomez. Like it's like we get it. We know she was there. Like,
and it's
we
so
don't have
late.
to talk about her all the time.
Yeah, I like when I think the Barney YouTube channel one time a couple of years ago they posted a compilation. It was just one of those hit entertainment compilations, but it literally said the title was like Barney Selena Gomez. It was like 7 hours long.
Yeah, and then Barney did that stupid it wasn't stupid. It was a great idea, just executed
the hugs thing.
But the hugs thing, yeah, it was a great idea. They did it at a time where the brand was on, but then he was just so desperate to like get more of them attention, so he made specific Selena Gomez, specific Demi Lovato videos, like
Jay Leno.
None of them responded and gave a hug back. Like they just like
Obama.
Yeah, just giving hugs to random celebrities via the internet.
Could you imagine that happening today?
I can.
I can't see it.
You are seen. Here's a hug for you.
No, not that one. Oh, hi, President Biden.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't use the new version to do stuff like that.
I hope you don't fall over today. That's a little too much.
They wouldn't use the new version for stuff like that because no one would care.
No, who is this?
No, yeah.
Who are you talking to?
They'd be like, all right, thanks. Let's see, who else do we have here? Jen says there were a few times they put starring Selena or starring Demi stickers on the episode compilation DVDs.
That's nasty word.
That's ridiculous.
That is so foul.
That's funny. That's so funny.
Share Barney hugs is one of the first things under Mattel too, which is interesting.
Was it really?
They were like, "Hey, we kind of had the idea for this," and they just threw it away and just let's wait until we decide to ruin it, and then we'll come back and try something else.
Did we ever see how many hugs it got up to?
No, but I think you
Not
can
even
use
close to their,
the archive site is still it was shut down for like a while ago. I don't know if it's back up, but you used to be able to go back to the website and you can see whatever left off at whenever the last site was that it backed up. But I don't know what they actually ever got to. Nope, archive's still down. So
there's so many of them. They should have had 1
million something.
Oh.
Which is it's terrible numbers if you think about it. Like as big as a star Barney was, how many people he reached? 6 million is really nothing.
Yeah, they shouldn't have. I get why they did 25 million, but it was just a little bit lower. Maybe they should have done one video where out of all of them that they did, it was just Carrie Stinson. he just popped up. And, hey, everyone.
No.
I also
no.
I guess you could tell that it was under new management because they didn't even bother getting the studio Barney doll on a white background. Not an actual doll. You had the doll, the studio doll right there. You're gonna make it come to life anyway.
And they speed up the effect because when you listen to the sound effect,
yeah,
it's all right. Let's get this over with.
They really went to Walmart and just
Mr. Biden, I love you. You're a controversial herb. I hate that line so much.
I love
it. Devin's Movie Corner says, "I want to join the video chat. We don't join people in." They did so many videos directly at celebrities: Kim Kardashian, Justin Bieber, because he was with Selena Gomez at the time, Obama, Jimmy Kimmel, not one responded. Of course they didn't. Selena's just no. Justin's ready to respond, and she's like, no, don't respond at all. Don't respond to them.
Barney's sending a hug to Selena Gomez and her boyfriend.
It is kind of messed up though if you think about it. If anyone was going to respond, it should have been Selena and Demi. Especially when you think about every time they do anything about their life, they have to mention Barney. So it's then why didn't you send him a hug? It took one click of a button, and you completely ignored him. I know you saw him.
He didn't pick up the phone.
But every documentary, starting off in Barney and Friends, man.
We love Barney. Didn't even pick up the phone.
Okay.
Message from Barney the
He
Dinosaur.
was busy shaking up her salad.
Well, oh, you know probably why they did it to Obama?
No, probably because he was the president.
Well, not that, but his wife was a lawyer who's, and I think I'm screwing up the actual subject of what happened. She was under like the property as one of their the title's actually blanking on me now.
Okay.
But this is legitimate news. Huh.
So Michelle Obama worked at Mattel. That's why.
No. Oh, Jesus. No, this is back in the 90s.
Did she work at Mattel or wasn't she a lawyer for the Barney team?
Michelle
Obama, I think, was like a lawyer for the Barney team in the 90s.
What?
Yeah.
She had some connection
not
to Barney.
in Texas. Yeah.
She has some connection to Barney. What do you mean not in Texas? What is are lawyers only able to have like clients that are in the state? Right here. Michelle Obama worked for a firm that represented Lions.
That's what it was.
Okay. There's also a video apparently of Carrie and Dean Barney asking to join One Direction. And for that,
bad timing. Bad timing.
For
no,
that,
that's
for Liam. Rest in peace. That's ridiculous, and that sounds very gross.
this would have been.
But I would pay to see something like that. Barney coming out at like random like concerts. I would watch it.
People would scream. Like people would be so excited. They
absolutely would. That's like the one thing that I love about Sesame Street that I wish Barney would have done was like go to more late night talk shows or like morning, like they went to morning shows in the very early days and when they were touring, but that was it. Like putting him like with actual adults, I think would have helped his reception from the
recession
or more. The recession too. He did go through a recession at the end.
It would have helped his recession. Yeah, just like how.
Bad.
No, I was gonna say it's just like how Rick Astley came out to a big time Rush concert and everybody just cheered. Like nobody was like, "Why is he here?" It's just like he's here. So if Barney came out, it literally would be like Barney is just here, and it doesn't matter. Just bring him out. I don't know, just do something.
It's sad that they're not doing it like that now. I mean, who's staying up in the middle of the night, 2:00 in the morning, to watch Barney on Good Morning Britain?
We are.
Well, obviously not us, but the people in Britain are awake. Like you're acting as if time only works with Americans. Like there's people awake over there. Like it doesn't make sense for us because they're in Britain. Like it works for them, so it makes sense.
So what?
That's like you going, who's staying up in the middle of the night to watch Barney on Australian news? Well, I mean, Australians are awake. Like
I'm Australian. I'm awake.
Everyone sleeps at.
And I mean, let's be honest. Do we want to see that ugly costume on the news? No, we don't.
No.
The mouth doesn't move. It just stands there and like.
He was just standing there.
No, we don't need to see
that.
So he's just there. Like, what are you doing here? Please go home. Why are you here? Anyway, someone says, wasn't Barney going to be on American Idol? And I think he appeared on there because what's her name? Daniel Vega was on there as a contestant, but he wasn't even. That's what bothers me with that too. Like he wasn't even there. He was on a backdrop of what like their audition room looks like, and filmed separately. Like
what in the world was that about? Like
what's the point? Just he didn't. And all he did was jump and walked away. Like
he didn't even interact with her. There's so much going on. They sent Barney to that set, or not, maybe not actually, and it did nothing with it. You know how much trouble it is to transport that crate to get Barney somewhere and just to do nothing at all. It's weird.
One of my favorite videos of all time is an Australian performer at a huge concert going, Emmy, you want to say that?
Oi, it's the fucking Wiggles.
Yeah. See, I would have sounded like I was appropriating the culture, so that's funny though. Okay. Some of these comments make no sense. That's why there's always an awkward silence because I have to read what they're what they're saying first. And so, anyway, whoever Devin's movie corner is, Emmy wants you to see their Wiggles collection. So he wanted you to know that.
Okay. All right.
Daniel Vega, who played Kim, was on American Idol. I saw a video of her singing Barney's "I Love You" song. Anybody know what she's saying on? I don't remember the song, but she was in this very like a very interesting outfit with like a. Didn't she have like a whip or something with her? It was very interesting. She has a really good voice. I don't know if she made it far on there. I'm not an American Idol fan, so I didn't pay attention to it. But she does. She does have a really good voice.
Did they mention that she was from Barney in her audition?
Yes,
yeah.
That was literally
That's what that promo thing was for.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I think Simon specifically was like, "What's this Barney thing we keep hearing about?"
Yeah.
Bad accent, but
See? That's what I didn't want to do to you, Emmy. I have more respect.
That water must be mighty good.
It is.
He's saying In Vogue's Free Your Mind. In Vogue's I'm sure you can find that video on YouTube. I'm almost positive it's there somewhere. Someone else said, I think she made it to the Hollywood round, but then she got cut on the first day there.
Dang.
Which sucks. I wish she would have made it through. Then she wouldn't have had to been forced to come back during the fourth generation of Barney and be a hip-hop dancer. During the riff era of stuff.
Wouldn't have I'd have been afterwards though? Or
after 2007 or 6?
Yeah.
I think it was actually, it might have been right around the same time.
Oh. Okay.
Ben says her whole introduction was all Barney clips and a horrific cover version of the theme song. That's funny. I wonder why they didn't just use the theme song. Anyway. Okay, let's get into it. We've talked about enough irrelevant stuff. Who wants to put their first vote in for their episode? Fine, I'll do it. I never go first. I saw Jen giving her opinion on which episode was the worst earlier in my writers chat, but then also in the Barney's Facebook fan club thing, and I did an angry reaction to it because it actually was my choice for absolutely the exact same reasons that Jen disliked it. And mine is A World of what is it called?
A World of Friends.
Aurora Borealis.
Oh, A World of Friends is mine. Because everything that they were it's supposed to be this culture festival happening in the park, right? And they have all these tables set up, kind of like the season 3 episode with all the different stuff. And they're singing about these different things in these different countries, but they were completely wrong about most of what they were teaching. Like the fact they were in Italy, and I literally had this note written down, and Jen said the same thing earlier. They had this American ass pizza, but they're talking about Italy. They didn't have a version of what an Italian authentic Italian pizza would look like. They had a Pizza Hut pizza, just it was not representing the culture at all. And it makes me so sad because this was at a time before Barney lost its way. You know what I mean? Where they actually still put some care into it, and for some reason in this episode they just said screw it. You know what I mean?
What kind of pizza?
I don't remember what the pizza was.
No, say what you said earlier.
What did I say earlier?
Pizza Hut ass pizza.
Oh yeah, it was though. It was the most basic American pizza. You would it looked terrible. It was a terrible representation. And then all the kids and everywhere they went that had food, the kids are just touching all of it. If it was COVID, Barney would have been canceled immediately. They were just touching everything and not eating any of it. So you're having the festival, you want people to come in and eat the food and get a taste of the different cultures that you're not representing the right way, first of all. And now you've touched everything. So you dirty kids are running around this park playing with ducks and rabbits and fire trucks, and now you're touching all the food on the table. It's just the worst representation of what they could have done.
Mario was in that dirty ass pond water.
Yeah, like Mario comes out of the pond. Now he's eating the pizza that's not even Italian pizza in the Italian. Like, I just look. I hate it so much. My other problem that I have is, and correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know what Cammie's like background is. Obviously, she's like of some Asian descent, right? Would you say she's Korean, or would you say she's like Philippine? Like, what do you? What would you
Not
think?
Korean.
Not Korean. Not Korean.
Probably Vietnamese or something, but not Korean.
Right. Oh, okay. My problem with it is Barney like is telling them how like Koreans like tea, and while like,
is he wrong?
I'm sorry.
I mean, they on occasion, from what I understand, they drink tea, but like coffee is the biggest thing that they drink.
Yeah.
And soju.
And so yeah, exactly. Like you choose the actual beverage that like they actually like prefer the most. Like it bothers me so much because Barney is all about like the representation, right? And God, I can't think of the word right now, but like saying what they're showing. And like this whole episode is about them showing specific things that are absolutely different than what the actual culture would have. And it's like, why would, like, even the chopsticks thing, like they're using wooden chopsticks for Korea, but they use stainless steel chopsticks, like in real life. So why didn't you just get stainless steel chopsticks? Like, why do you have wooden ones when they don't even use wooden ones? Like, if South Korea saw this, we would have missiles, like, just like, aimed at us.
You mean North Korea, not South
I
Korea.
wonder if this is available in Korea, and what their thought is about it. Like,
they just digitally edit it.
Yeah, they just cut that whole part out. Like, they don't even get any representation versus wrong representation. Like,
stupid Southern Americans.
Oh man, it bothers me so much, and I hate. And I had to play it off with Jen earlier, and I never even responded to it, just because I just put like a stupid like video. But I didn't want people to know like that was my choice yet. Like I wanted to wait till here. But absolutely, that was like the one that I noticed. As a kid, obviously I didn't notice it because as kids you don't know. The stuff that I was being shown at that time, I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. But now looking back as an adult, where like that the culture is very different than what they're showing, it's a huge problem. And it's like, why? How did that pass? Like if it was Rift era, it would make sense. Like of course they didn't research anything. Why would they do that, right? But like it was, I don't know. Oh man, it bothered me.
I feel like it probably makes it worse knowing that Barney, we've already had like 10 plus years experience of Barney knowing who everyone is, knowing about everyone, yeah. And for him to just get something wrong like that, just throw it out. That's probably awful.
Jen's like, I like how in that episode Barney's like, welcome to South Korea.
Welcome to South Korea.
He made very sure that like they knew, and here VJ says it, got to make 100% clear it's not North Korea. Like it was very pronounced. It's like, dude,
gotta make sure they know that we're not talking about you. That's ridiculous.
It bothers me so much, that episode.
Oh Lord have mercy.
That's mine. That I'll say right here is the right choice. So we really don't have to listen to whatever your choices are, because top that. I mean, top that. What could be worse than them misrepresenting multiple cultures in one episode?
You can't do that. You cannot do that to us on the first one.
And here's a table from Africa, and it's just all fried chicken. Like, like it would be like that's essentially what they did. Like, well, I guess this is like Asian culture. These are chopsticks. They're not the right chopsticks. Like, what do you? Okay. I mean, any of you are free to go now. Devin's movie corner. We're not answering your question about the Wiggles. That's not what we're talking about right now. Go ahead. What do you guys think?
My one. Oh, sorry.
We do this every time, Emmy.
You guys have to make eye contact first. You're facing the wrong way, Emmy. Oh, she doesn't want to make eye contact.
I was facing the wrong direction.
Oh man, that African one was racist. So was having wooden chopsticks when a place where they use stainless steel chopsticks just because they're Asians.
That African
Asian
one
culture,
was racist.
like, that's racist. They appropriated the pizza. They didn't even anyway.
Okay. A picture of friendship only because it stems on the fact that the kids did not know that BJ was going to be there that day. And BJ got all salted because he wasn't in the photo or in the drawing.
Well, but think about it.
No.
He's 7 years old.
Okay.
That's absolutely what a 7-year-old child would do. Oh, but I wanted some of that. Dude, I didn't even know you were going to be here. We broke this up before you even came. But you forgot about me. We didn't know you were here. Like,
you never going to be here. You know, Barney was going to be here because he's an object at this current state. And we were going to bring him to life so we can play baseball.
I can kind of understand it. It is annoying. I agree, but I can kind of understand it because of that. We just never have many episodes where they write to like what BJ's age is. Like he's 7, but he's always presented as like as old as the rest of the kids. Mm-hmm. So like that's probably why it kind of throws it off too a little bit, because we never see them writing to his actual age demographic.
Yeah.
Where that would make like that's absolutely what a 7-year-old kid would do. Like, man, you forgot about me? Dude, you were sick today. You weren't even at school. Like, how would we draw a picture of you if we're drawing a picture of everyone in class? Like, you weren't there. Any other? I really like that episode though, because I like the this is not my day song. Whenever that song was from like season 1, I like that they brought that back. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say it's your birthday, Barney. Only because it stems on the fact that Barney spends his birthday decorating the entire park. Like, no, you guys do that. This is my day.
I mean, he has the magic.
It isn't about you.
The kids can't afford it. Like, Barney can make it appear.
For like 30 minutes.
Well, they're pretending that he's the one like helping with decorating.
He's lifting all that heavy shit.
He is.
And then in the piano episode, did you notice during the Good Manners song? I'm not.
He's just like, okay, and so I'm just gonna go through the list of why every episode bothers me.
This is the last one. The Good Manners one, they accidentally show the
I thought you said the piano episode.
No, I meant I'm sorry. They're in the Good Manners song.
Oh, okay.
No, that was coming next.
The camera accidentally shows the studio while they're singing. So like they didn't frame it right. So the sky in the park doesn't like go above, the rigging of the lights and whatnot. So while Cammy or somebody is dancing, the camera keeps moving about and it accidentally like points up and you see nothing but lights.
That's funny. And the episode, like the Let's Go for a Ride episode, when they're washing Jackson's car, you can see
camera.
You can see the camera on the side, and you can see it tilt and then move out the way. I don't know why those are so enjoyable to like see and like watch, but it is. Mm-hmm. So does this mean that Kerron's episode choice is the only racist episode of Barney? Yeah, until you see more of Barney's World, I'm sure. Just wait for it. So
no one responded.
A picture of friendship. Let's see here. I'm just trying to read what other people are saying. I saw someone named Emilia, and I was like, "That's interesting. I've never seen them before." And it's
That's
just
me.
Commenting. So I was like, all right, now it makes sense. Okay.
It's just me telling people to just leave.
Oh,
leave
gotcha.
me alone.
Yeah.
Just leave.
Let's see. All right, Emmy or Hedge, which one? Who wants to go next?
I'll go. So the one I had for worst episode was super close in running order to the World of Friends one, but I had squares everywhere because I always get this look on every single podcast. No, because here's the thing. The issue I have with this episode is the same one I had with Circle of Friends in season 5, right?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, because the reason why it's like they're only focused on one shape, right? And they're focused on that and how, because it's good to kind of, like maybe just have more than one shape, but they only focus on one shape. And as much as I kind of love single issue Barney episodes, I feel like to have an episode about a shape in isolation, I don't personally, I don't think that works. I find it a little bit odd, but it's also quite, until all the issues with World of Friendship were brought up, because I binged them back to back, and I tuned out a little bit during World of Friends. But I mean, World of Friends is like super egregious, but I had a problem with squares everywhere for that reason.
Okay, so I'm gonna feel like Jen, but these are like they're really, really young kids. So like an episode where they're focused on one very specific thing and many ways that you can find that specific thing like around wherever they're at makes sense. Like the Circle of Friends made a little sense when you chose that one because it was sporadic too. Like they were talking about circles, they were talking about other things. Like it was like the stomach ache. Like it was very weird. Like this one, like it makes sense that they would focus on just one shape at this point instead of like all these different ones, because then you can really just like focus on this specific shape. What does it look like? How can you find it in all these different areas? But it's interesting that like your biggest thing is that you hate shapes.
Yeah. The thing is, it would have been okay if there were other episodes in the season, I guess, that focused on different shapes or something to that effect. Like if every like triangle's got their spotlight and circles got their spotlight, and circles hadn't been covered since season 5, so I would have given it a pass. But it's just like why are we gassing up squares? What did they do?
The only thing that my only gripe with squares is the fact that they call it a boxing ring and it's clearly a square.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with Barney. That's just stupid people in general. Like what? Why is it called a boxing ring? Like what gave it that name? It is absolutely a square.
Well, yeah.
Name a ring that exists in the world that is not a circle.
I think we should move on.
What'd you say, Hedge?
I think we should move on.
Okay. Also, Jen says Squares does touch on circles and triangles in 2 of the songs.
Oh yeah,
this is true.
I
mean, we did figure this out. Shapeist, not shapeist. That's a very straight shape, a very whitewashed shape. Shapeist. Shape of an actual ring that you put on your finger. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. I'm like, okay. Go ahead, Hedge. What do you say?
Well, I said earlier that I was only able to get through half of the season. But that my least favorite episode came very quick. It was a tie between 2, and I feel like one of them is a bit more shallow, but makes more sense for me. And then the other one just made me mad. So one of them is the fairy tale one, the early where it's just them reading fairy tales for the entire episode. I don't like that. I don't like reading stories. I don't even like them reenacting them because it feels like nothing is happening. I don't care. I didn't mention this, but there's an episode that starts where they pop the Barney doll up through a window. They're like, ho, ho, ho. And it's like the ugliest. It's not the worst. It's like one of like the worst looking dolls to me. And then not even not even a minute later, they switch it to a different one.
That's because they turned the prototype, the first one they made, into the stunt Barney, because in the Squares episode they used that one in the beginning only because it was going to fall later. I just think, let's not damage the new one. So
I just think it was the old one. I'm sorry. I don't like it.
So that is your choice. This show
no. That is not my choice. Right. I just wanted to bring it up.
Okay. All right.
My actual least favorite from what I saw was Perfectly Purple Day, because that episode very much gave me the vibes of Shopping for a Surprise, season 3, where the whole episode is a party And it's like, that's cool. I love that. Like, it's a party. It's fun. This is one of the episodes where I feel like the performance of Barney made it so much worse for me because he didn't look or sound excited. He looked so bored, and it sucks too because I like Dean in this season a lot. I really do. But I came to realize that whenever there's a lot of points where he doesn't put excitement into the voice. It feels like when he's meant to be excited, he just gets louder. Like Bob West would be like, "Oh, this is gonna be so much fun." Dean's gonna be like, "Oh, this is gonna be so much fun," and it's like it's not really. And then Carrie's like not really moving as much. So it's supposed to be this big party thing, and I got so bored that I counted how many times he did this. 48, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's cool." But that's
because they had David Franks doing the voice of Barney, and then Dean had to dub over it later.
Is that true?
No, it's not true. I'm just making up stuff.
That's my episode.
You know what's hilarious? By the end of that episode, choice, though,
because that's a great episode. I think you just hate Colleen.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know what's so hilarious at the end of that episode?
No, tell
they
us.
offer Barney a piece of cake. They offer Barney a piece of cake, and he's like, "Yeah, cool, I'll have some." And by the time they sit it down, the episode's so like he's already in adult form. It's like, well, so much for that. Too bad you're not going to eat it.
I'd love some.
I love some.
Well, you guys have chose the wrong episode, obviously, but
okay.
Voting is open, so you guys can now vote. If you're on YouTube, it's pinned at the top of the live chat. So go ahead and start putting your votes in. Great, Hedge is ableist. Absolutely, what I was thinking. Obviously, I kid, just so the other people don't start taking it as like truth. But yeah. I'm just going to put this out there for the people who's voting. If you vote for anything aside from the fact that Barney was lying about cultures, then all of you are the problem with the world.
Okay.
So we're doing that, huh?
Well, you can't vote.
I sure can. Watch me on November 5th.
Yeah. Well, make the right choice.
Please.
Oh, I will.
Please.
Watch. I will record myself illegally.
I'm gonna write Maurice Scott.
All right, we got
Maurice Davis.
A swing, it's a wonderful thing.
I love that song. Actually, I wish they used it more.
That song kind of slapped.
I wish they used it more. Or I wish they would have brought back up Swinging Up to the Stars. Because now they actually have a swing that's consistently there since the early years, right? They could have used it more, but
I was so happy when they brought back the shoes song.
I'm not racist.
We got shoes.
Thank you, Jen. Someone did say earlier that I thought was pretty funny about you, Emmy, and it says, "Don't look now, but you're in a square right now."
Yeah, I saw that.
And they said also, don't let Emmy watch SpongeBob. Pants.
I haven't seen a lot of it though. Maybe I am prejudiced against SpongeBob.
You don't watch.
You don't need
anything
to watch.
Past season 3. Don't watch.
No, don't. You don't even need to watch a season. Watch the very first movie they did and call it a day. It encapsulates everything that series is, and you can be done with it.
See, people say that we have a live channel on our streaming thing that just plays SpongeBob, but it's always playing the recent ones. It always has me crying every time. Every single time.
Like, because it's so terrible to bear through. I would cry too. I'm sorry.
I don't associate with him.
I thought they canceled it years ago.
Yeah, I don't associate with him either.
Hey, why you associate with me?
That little yellow fellow over there on that frame.
Because I thought they canceled SpongeBob like years and years ago.
They were going to.
No, God canceled the creator's plan.
Yeah, well, yeah. His plan was after the movie, they were going to cancel the whole entire franchise. But then Nickelodeon stepped in and said, our pockets say otherwise.
Yeah, the creator literally said like, I don't want
not at
any
all
spinoffs. The creator was like, I don't want any spinoffs for the show at all, and then he passed away, and they immediately announced the spinoff.
They said, "All right, well, he's dead. Let's spin it off into 3 terrible spinoff shows and a very like horribly leaked movie." SpongeBob will never die. I can't wait for the day that because of global warming, the entire Bikini Bottom just dries up. That'll be a great season finale.
Gruesome deaths.
Dinosaurs already did that.
Everyone's just dying except for Sandy. She's become the star of the show because she can breathe.
No, but that's literally the ending to Dinosaurs. They all die because of climate change.
Well, that's the climate changed, but it wasn't like the dinosaurs didn't cause it. Unlike now, where humans are causing climate change. Like they didn't have a choice but to get like bashed with a bunch of asteroids that destroyed everything else.
The only reason Sandy gets the show is because everyone died.
Yeah.
That movie really did leak. That's crazy.
It did.
Did it leak on the same exact day the Floor is Grape Jelly leaked?
No, it leaked before that.
Oh, so it was like maybe months prior?
I think it was like a month or so before.
It was early in the year, I think. Yeah, I saw people posting the entire hour-something long movie on Twitter. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Stephen Hillenberg was also very much against fast food promotions. Anyway, I'm headed to Wendy's. Who wants something?
Did you guys see the
burgers look terrible?
They made the recipe wrong
would be
too.
upset.
I do not love. I hate the fact when people put tomato and lettuce on a freaking burger. I get it. It's a sandwich. Still, I don't like it.
People were pointing out that they made it wrong
comment before until you told me don't get mad at you. So now I had to go find what comment you were talking about. I wish Steele played Barney in season 7 and 8. That's valid. While Carrie was okay, there are going to be times where he just doesn't move at all, which, yeah. Why I say Maurice Scott Barney in season 9 was a breath of fresh. You are a lie. It was not a breath of fresh air. It was terrible.
And it wasn't Maurice Scott. It was Maurice Davis.
You are wrong. It is your opinion. But sometimes opinions can be wrong. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's okay. If you think that he was a breath, I just don't like his portrayal. I think he moves like the problem with Carrie that we talk about is he doesn't move enough, right? The problem with Maurice Scott is he does too much movement. Like they're on very opposite ends of like the Barney performance spectrum instead of like being like nicely in the middle. And that's my problem with him. There is no fresh air inside that costume, my friend.
How do you know?
Wait, yeah, okay. Let's go back to this. Being against lettuce and tomato on a burger is an interesting take. Hez, did you agree with this guy who said this?
No.
Okay, good. What is your problem, Kaylin?
I mean, I guess I backhandedly do.
Like, what is your issue with lettuce and tomatoes on a burger? That is absolutely where they belong.
Excuse me, I like it separately.
So you want a salad?
Don't put that crap on my exactly.
You want a salad?
Don't put my crap on my greasy.
Who eats a burger and salad?
Processed burger.
No one does that.
Someone with bad digestive problems.
No one does that.
Like,
I do.
You may as well just have them on the burger. Like, you may as well just have your lettuce and your tomato on the burger. Like,
look,
you know what? I can have my cake and eat it too, but
every time
I'm about sick of you.
Every time we get on these streams, I get more and more fed up.
That Krabby Patty meal is hilarious to me because a lot of people were posting they didn't even get the packaging for it. It was literally just like normal Wendy's packaging. So they just ordered a hamburger and some fries.
Valid question. You don't ever have to know. I will never make you go through that.
Yes, you do.
So there was Carrie away for some episodes in season 9, or was
I don't know what the deal was with him. Because they were at very random moments. Like he never did a full episode. He did like a song. or he did the intro to like a season 9 episode a couple times. So I don't know where Carrie might have been when they had him come in, or what. Do you have an answer?
Brian Mack, who was the AD and who sometimes directed some episodes, he said there was one time, it could have been very early on during this time, that he suffered a concussion.
Ooh.
And
as Barney?
They were filming an episode and he fell.
Hey, jump into this
hard. Fell hard and wouldn't get up off the ground. So they basically called cut. The whole entire crew gathered around him because they didn't want to scare the extras. Like, into thinking like Barney was like dead or something. So yeah, he got concussed. They said they adjusted the suit so somebody else could fit in it. And by the time they were about to like finish wrapping the episode, he was able to jump back in.
So that answers it for, what was that, the season 7 episode. But like, why did he come back and do some of the intros for season 9? You know what I mean? Like, unless the only thing I can think of is, like with season 9, they filmed 2 versions of those episodes, one for the UK and the one for here. So I'm wondering if while they were filming those, if they just had Maurice doing some White Void, like the intro, because that's all he did was the White Void stuff, which could take place in a different area. I wonder if it has something to do with that. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe because it was probably so demanding at that point.
Right. Yeah, they were filming like twice as much to be able to do 2 of the same episode in different formats. That could possibly be it. Maybe, I don't know. Someone said something that I wanted to highlight. Have any of you guys ever watched Little Shop of Horrors?
The movie?
I have.
Little
Shop of Horrors.
I've seen the movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
That's the thing with the big flower monster thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes. The big flower monster.
PD Piranha looking. Yeah.
Yep. I love that movie.
Good movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What?
Why are they having sexy models put on the Peace Collective Barney collab?
Because they're targeting like you, who post thirst traps on Snapchat.
I never do that. Allegedly.
Wrong, cut it out.
Yes, you do.
I need to get that audio on here.
What is that?
It's
you remember Eric Mays?
Eric Mays, do you know who this was? He passed away now.
He was a councilman in Flint, Michigan.
And he would just go off on everybody, like in all their business meetings. Like he would call them out on all their stuff. Like, we're gonna send you some of those videos. Like, they're so funny.
That's the one I keep sending in the group chats. Yeah.
Damn you! Damn you!
Damn you! Damn you. And damn you!
Oh man. Yeah, you got to be brought up to speed for this, Edge. Anyway.
Okay, excuse me. This sweater is very hot. Hold on.
Kaylin can turn on the camera, but that costs extra.
And we don't want to pay that.
No.
We're cheap. We're on a shoestring budget.
Tashina Arnold was great in Little Shop, and if you don't agree, boy, I'll slap you in the next week. That's funny. That's funny. Right. If you have not ever seen Everybody Hates Chris, you wouldn't understand that, but that's funny. She is really good. I think that's where I found out that she was a singer. Like, I had no idea her and Tisha Campbell were singers as well until I saw them in that movie. And that was well after I saw that movie after I had seen like Everybody Hates Chris. No. That was after I had seen Martin. With those two in it. And then I was like, oh man, I didn't know they could dance and sing.
Have you watched the reboot?
Everybody Hates Chris. I watched the first
hates Chris.
Yeah, I watched the first episode, and I appreciate that it's majority of the same cast, and I appreciate that it picks right up after the original show left off, just in animated form. But that kind of show, I can't. It makes me feel too much like Family Guy, and I can only watch so much of like an adult sitcom in animation form. Like, after a while, I'm just done with it. So I lost my interest really fast. But I appreciate that a lot of them are still there.
They're really quick, snappy animation.
Yeah. Go read Matthew 5:28, Pastor Kaylin. Do you know your scripture, Kaylin?
No.
Imagine your pastor saying that.
Me neither. Me neither. I wanted to say more about that, but I don't want to offend anyone. So me neither. I don't know the scripture either.
Looks to Barney.
Damn you, and damn you.
Damn you, damn you, and damn you.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys like 5 more minutes to finish voting, and then I'll reveal what the winner might be. Yes, Kaylin. Or yes, Edge. I'm sorry. You both look.
Oh no, I was just showing that I have a hand.
You were showing your what?
I was just showing that I have a hand.
Oh, okay.
Look, I know you say we don't want to talk about it anymore.
We don't.
Can we?
I'm so confused.
Isaac says, I can't think of a bad episode for 8. They were all good.
Wrong.
The worst episode was A World of Friends. You're welcome. What do you want to talk about so much with the show that you're obsessed with, Kaylin?
Wow. I didn't want to talk about the 3 episodes.
Have a hand. I was thinking the same thing.
Well, I'm sorry. The 4 episodes, because everybody's seen the first one by now, and I'm really sick of that one.
I've watched it like 5 times.
Watching it over and over and over again.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
The floor is grape jelly.
Grape jelly.
What do you want to talk about, Kaylin, with this show?
I don't know.
The nighttime episode, I'm not gonna lie, it drags.
It's very boring.
It is. And they
someone's trying to make some oil.
What?
Someone's tricycle needs some oil.
Someone's triangle needs some Oreos.
So,
man, creativity is short.
I don't like the scene where Barney like shakes in his boots.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
Sorry.
He's like, oh, a spooky shadow. It like runs to a bush. And I'm like, that no.
What, is he not allowed to have feelings?
No.
Like what makes him above being afraid?
No.
You should message Jonathan Langdon and tell him that.
No.
What made you think you could be scared?
He's like, what? Who are you?
Who are
Leave me alone.
I probably wouldn't respond.
That tomato episode was that dragged as well.
I just think all of those episodes suck. The best episode out of the first 5 that came out for me was Mel's Greatest Treasure.
I don't like her.
No, me neither. Mel's an asshole. And I've been saying this in the group chats a lot. Like, I hate so much the fact that, sorry, we offended Emmy. I hate the fact so much that, like, in that episode, like we were talking about, the nighttime one, right? She goes, they're talking about like, well, if you're scared, then we can just turn it back to daytime, David. That's fine. And she goes, yeah, we can do that. We don't have to stare and look at the beautiful stars. And it's like, you condescending asshole. Like, this dude's telling you I'm afraid of, and he's clearly the baby of the group. He's telling you, look, I'm scared of the dark. I don't have the thing that makes me feel safe. And you're more focused on the stars. Like every episode that she's in, she like her character, like they purposely just made her an asshole, and I don't like it at all.
She's also a very sore loser.
She is. And then like the little short, the sharing short, where she's upset that Baby Bop and Vivi aren't sharing the swings. So Barney gives her a microphone for her to sing about how she's feeling. And then Barney asks to use the microphone, and she goes, no, I'm not ready to share yet. Lady, it's his microphone.
What?
Like he gave it to you to help you feel better. And now you don't feel like sharing. And then Barney's whole thing is just like, okay, that's fine. You share when you feel like sharing. Like that's absolutely not what Barney would ever teach someone. Like,
first of all,
he gave you the microphone. What do you mean you don't want to share?
And green. It is so clearly mine.
Yeah, it's very much like marked up to where this is my thing. It has a tail on it.
And it's also going to be a product in stores everywhere
it's
soon.
Be one of them microphones you can just yell into, or one of those Bluetooth microphones.
And it rattles a little bit.
Karaoke mics. Yeah, the little rattling ones. Man, I'm waiting for the next 5 to come out on Monday to see what those are like. But
I think it's just going to be one.
You think it's just going to be one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it says new episodes Monday.
Well, that's what a lot of like promos say on different series.
I wouldn't imagine.
But it doesn't say. It doesn't say new episode Mondays. It says new episodes Monday.
It says it on YouTube.
No, it says
on Max.
Like before you watch like the 4th or 5th episode, it has a little small 2-second thing, which makes me feel like they're going to put the other 5 out.
Wasn't today the day that it debuted on a Cartoon?
Yeah, on linear television. Yeah, and they put out the 1 episode on YouTube, which I feel like they're going to release the next 5 on Monday, and then every Friday they're going to put 1 episode up on YouTube, and then the next 2 on linear television until they've all aired and are available on YouTube before they release like the next bunch. It's a very stupid way that they're doing it, because like in the UK, if I believe right, they're showing it Monday through Friday. I don't know why they're not like universal across the board, like why they're choosing different rollouts for it. I don't. At this point, I've just realized, don't even question whatever Mattel is doing, because none of it makes sense.
I think they're scared.
They're just well, they should be. I mean, they absolutely should be scared, but whatever. Anyway,
I'm at some point I'm just gonna binge all of Barney's World because I'm.
Oh, we don't share because we don't want to. It's all for me and not for you. If you binge them, you can be done in about 10 minutes. They're very short. They're so short.
They're too short.
They're way too short. Like like that's my other problem with it, is like they're so short that by the time something begins to happen, the episode ends abruptly. Like it's done. You don't even get a chance to begin to do anything.
The tomato episode, there was no song until like 8 minutes in.
Yeah. And Barney wasn't in there until 6 minutes in.
Yeah, like 5 minutes in.
Like it took
I'm
a long
31.
time
I was getting bored.
Like, I don't know what to do with this tomato. Eat it.
It cracked me up because they were thinking of like ways of how they're going to use the tomato, and then finally they just went, "Oh yeah, we should ask Barney for help."
Well, it makes sense because but in a traditional Barney episode, they would have figured that out a minute in, maybe a minute and a half after a song. Right. They would have said, "Well, maybe Barney can help us with this." But like you've already been arguing for 5 minutes over this thing, and now you're like, all right, we'll just bring Barney into it too. We'll have him help us decide. And all he did was become a mediator. Like they all sit in the benches so they can give their take on why they should use the tomato the way they want to. It's like, man,
they could at least squeeze another song.
They absolutely could do more music.
All right.
My problem with it is, like, I likened it to Daniel Tiger. Like, Barney was always heavily music, right? Even if like they had the theme song and I Love You in every episode and one other song, and maybe like some like a jingle or something, like how like I mean Daniel Tiger because like they always sing like these little short like rhymes like throughout the episode that keeps reminding like whatever they're talking about. Like something like that would make sense for Barney too. Like he's very much all music. You have tons of music to choose from. There's no reason that you guys just completely got rid of it. You know what I mean?
You own it.
Exactly. Like what is, and like you can't make the excuse for like it's because it's for older kids, because you don't stop liking music as you get older. Like music is an instrumental part of everyone's life. You know what I mean? Like in some form, people enjoy music. So it's like I don't understand why and then they create new songs for topics of songs that they already had that were already catchy and good to create terrible versions of them. Like their sharing song, I don't care what any of you says, it sucks. You could have sang Taking Turns. Like it's far more it's repetitive, it's catchy. You have to write this stupid pop song with this pop artist you went to make a terrible song. Like I don't know.
As much as I like that racing episode, I like how hard would have it been to fit a song about, everybody's a winner, and no matter what happens today, you'll always remember the memories that you had today because you had fun. Nope, let's just shove the I love you song at the end.
I don't like anything about these episodes except for that one. The one thing I do appreciate for the big race one though is, like I told you guys, like there's an underscore of Mr. Sun while they're racing.
Didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
It's there. When they start that very first race, it's like 6 minutes in. It's very short, but it's there. Like you can hear the melody of it.
Oh, go back.
I don't know. It just, I don't know. These weren't now, and obviously we're adults talking about this, so we have to take it with a grain of salt. Onyx loves this show. Like she wants to watch it every day, and I won't let her because there's only 5. Like I'm so fed up with them because she'll just watch them back to back. She really does enjoy them, but like there's not enough for her to just sit and watch it without it having to be repeated every 45 minutes. You know what I mean? But like for me, like this, I watched it when it dropped, like because I was up at that time and I was bored, and I was like, maybe I needed to watch it like when it wasn't the middle of the night. So I watched it again and was still bored. Like it still sucked. Like these were a terrible choice of 5 episodes to release. They should have done something better. They should have just went, since Grape Jelly leaked, they should have left that as like a bonus episode and gave us 5 actual ones that hadn't leaked yet for most people. You know what I mean? Like you leaked an episode that everybody had already saw just in high definition. Thank you.
Thank you.
Season 8, everyone.
Season 8. Season 7, part 2. Let's see. Do you guys want to see what the winner was?
Yes.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
That's gotta be a new sound.
I need to put it on. I meant to put it on here, but I was telling them before we jumped on, like I have the like our trunk or treat, our second annual trunk or treat and stuff going on this like tomorrow. So I've been so busy that I forgot to do a lot of stuff I was supposed to do for this. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm so tired.
A World of Friends. Absolutely. It's absolutely the best choice. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who agreed, who aren't racist. I appreciate you for being here.
What do you mean 20?
That's the number of people who have common sense in the chat who voted. I think the other people have common sense, but they didn't want you guys to feel so left out. So I'm going to give them that because they're being good friends to you all. And if there's anything, you guys at least deserve that. We stopped racism. Kaylin, you have to do it. Mm-hmm. Good job, everybody. That was perfect. Hey, we're back down to like our original like streaming time. See what happened.
We had nothing to talk about.
We would have just started talking about the season at this point.
Absolutely. It probably helps that Kaylin wasn't on here in the beginning either to stall us. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Damn you. Damn you.
All right. Shameless plug. My new movie, Mr. K's Clubhouse new movie, Visit to Friendship Fields, is now on YouTube. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It was written by Barney fan and our writer Mark Tourette. One song written by Jen Pollard, other songs by us. But it's a on location video at the farm, learning about farm animals, but also about like adoption and therapy animals and how animals can help people and all that wonderful stuff. It's our first movie that we've done, like full length movie. So check it out if you haven't already on Mr. K's Clubhouse website. We would appreciate it. And then let me know, like write to me and let me know what you think about it. Because I like hearing opinions, good or bad, about the stuff that we make. Hedge, we don't usually do this, but I'm doing it today. What are you like? What are you working on right now for your YouTube? What can people expect soon?
What am I working on?
I don't know.
I have a Barney Costume Evolution series that is still in the works. I keep saying it's coming out whenever tomorrow, and then it ends up being a month. That is happening. I'm waiting for people to respond to me on certain things, but that's happening. I'm doing a Power Rangers review series, Operation Overdrive, Hedge on Stage on YouTube. Got a lot of stuff coming out, so you should subscribe because we're almost at 15,000. So
nice, sick. That's good though. That's dope. Hedge? No, sorry, not Hedge.
Yeah, so I got a Barney Costume Evolution series.
Kaylin, what you got anything that you're working on for your YouTube right now?
I'm scripting a video. Since we're in this new show and whatnot, I kind of wanted to not do a deep dive, but kind of just reminisce on some of Mattel's failed hit reboots and see which one is the best.
Barney.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, despite the conversation we just had, Barney's the best one. But I still want to give and shine a light to Thomas and that awful Bob the Builder TV show, and Fireman Sam.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool. Hashtag sell Hedge Kerron's Barney plush. Nope.
What?
We're gonna talk Andrew into selling his for significantly cheaper than what he's trying to sell it for.
I forgot we talked about that at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
I was trying to decipher that.
We're gonna try to talk Andrew into getting that over to him. Queen of VHS says, I have a question. Will Mr. K's Clubhouse accept submissions for episode ideas and scripts? You can write to me. We don't usually take you can always send ideas and things that you think. We're not looking for new writers right now. But yeah, if you have ideas, you can send them over. And maybe they could be helpful somewhere. We are working right now on season 4 and thinking of ideas and topics that we can cover for next year. So sure, you can do that. Emmy, anything coming up for you? Any poetry slams, or when's the next Bob stream or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean the next the next Planet Bob is the 27th of October. If you want to rock up to that, I'll be modding. And someone else will be taking. I'll be modding YouTube for that. Someone else is going to be taking Facebook because we've split it now. But also depending on I may have some online poetry things coming up that hopefully Bob will also turn up to. So I don't know. I don't know. Keep a lookout for that one.
Cool. Nice. Let's see. Since we've already started this, I guess you guys can do it too. Big Purple 88 says, I'm working on a review on Barney's World that'll hopefully be out tomorrow, so you guys can check that out.
You do understand the series hasn't finished.
Yeah, I'm sure they do, but we just gave a review on it.
Oh.
I'm sure they're going to do the same for what they've seen so far.
It's just our words verbatim.
Yeah. Subscribe to these lovely people, or else your home will be covered in grape jelly.
That's not a threat; it's a promise.
It is a promise.
I'll actually be sick.
It'd be Smuckers though. That's delicious.
No, Welch's.
Welch.
Okay.
That wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be.
No, it wasn't. Hedge, you have to hit him with the Barney pose again before you head off.
Why did they pose his arms so high up? Like
they always did that.
They always did that.
I don't even think they're posable anymore. Like I think in this
era, no, they are.
Well, they never do it.
They in the when they're giving away the toys at the end, he does the wave.
What toys?
The episode Sharing is Caring.
Oh, he waves in the end?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
and then later on,
it's a terrible option to not use it more if you have it available.
They do, but there was one episode where they had the baseball glove in his hand, and he's sort of waving, but in actuality, he's catching the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like the arm moving is probably not as feasible with the foam and the you'd have to move the, you know what I mean? The fabric would have to move with it. That's probably why they didn't. I don't know. I've never held one. I don't know anything about it. I'm just making stuff up.
Yeah. Our Keith says, I don't want to get into season 9. That season is not so good. Please, no season 9. Please, 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 no season 9. Well, since you said please, we'll be doing season 9 next. So 2 weeks from now, we'll be visiting season 9 in the White Void. And that's when I think this stuff is really going to get fun, because it's clearly that's where it begins to start hitting rock bottom. Like everything just starts to be terrible.
That's where the White Void starts.
Yes,
season 9
and ends.
That's where it starts and ends.
Because after that, they
the one good thing Kerron Barnes did was learn that lesson. The rest of the lessons she just didn't learn from, but at least she learned from that one. Could you imagine season 10 and 11 being cut into 2 shorts with Riff and the White Void? You know how terrible that would have been?
Like, what is the show anymore?
Like, that would have been so bad. And like, it bothers me because, well, and we'll talk about it eventually too, but like Steve White had offered many different ways that the park could be revamped to like include new locations, and they turned them all down and just added musical stepping stones.
Screw it. Let's just talk about it now. This all happened
clearly shining down on them.
This all happened because of broadcasting companies interfering with stuff that had already had been pre-established.
No. This happened because Kerron Barnes didn't have the balls to say no.
Okay, it was exactly. Well, yeah, it's true, but it was Milkshake, the UK version of Sprout, who was like, "Hey,
well, yeah," but then you look at it, and they did it for 2 years and went back to the original formula. So you could have just done that anyway.
Yeah.
And I guess, I mean, and we'll get to it, but I guess, I don't know. I get we either had the White Void or we had the postcard set. So like
both.
Did season 9 get rid of the automated mouse for BJ and Baby Bop?
Yeah. Okay. They went back to the regular.
I remember there was an episode. There was an episode in season 8 where BJ was like, "I love frogs. They go ribbit, ribbit," and the mouth didn't move at all. And I was like, "Oh, maybe that's why they removed it."
Oh, that's right. Okay. Sonic Hawk says she knew not to make 3 different versions of each episode to placate Channel 5. And then I guess Kerron Barnes didn't come into season 9. So whoever was there, it's on you now. Sorry. I tried to give it to Kerron, but Jen wouldn't let me. So whoever decided to do the White Void, terrible choice. You probably should have done
Milkshake.
better than that.
They said we need Barney to interact with the audience more. We want more dinosaurs.
He was already interacting with them in the house, at the zoo, and in the park. You didn't have to put him on a white background to make him interact with anybody.
It was like, we need more dinosaurs and get those damn kids out of that park now.
I don't know if they were part of the decision with the dinosaurs. I think that was Kerron's idea to make up for the fact that they were pulling back the kids so much. You know what I mean?
Well, they didn't want the representation of American children, which is...
We don't want your American show over here showing American kids, but the American adult voices are fine.
Right.
Like, what? You guys pronounce everything differently than we do, but we're fine with that as long as we don't have those kids on the scene.
Dude, those European episodes are so like it's so empty.
The funniest thing to me though is like when it comes to season 10, is like they drew back on like the kids, like the American kids, but that's also the season that they had like 3 times as many kid like cast ever. So like you pulled them back from being like in so much on like in the scene with the dinosaurs, but you had like 40 kids just in the background. So like they were still there. Like they were all over.
No, there's some episodes where there's nobody there, but just them.
Well, in season 9, right?
Yeah, a mixture.
Season like 10, they were around like extras, like mainly walking around the park.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Season 9, because it was just like an open space.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nick, you're right.
Kaylin, I'll tell you, like I told Hedge and Emmy, like for me, I think like when it comes to Barney episodes that either had a full-length movie or they were part of like a VHS like kind of tape thing, just watch those. Like for season 9, most of their episodes were put out before the season aired on like VHS tapes with double episodes of season 9. So to me, like if I was to watch them, I'm like when I go back and watch, I'm not gonna watch the singular episode. I'll just watch like the Moving and Grooving tape that they had. That was the 2 music episodes. You know what I mean? So like, otherwise, that you'll get something like, to me, I think it's less white void because they don't have to have all those fillers to cushion it for the time and all that stuff. But do what you want. That's just my suggestion because I hate it so much.
We have to have BJ and Baby Bop in every episode.
Yep.
We have to start the episode the same.
It bothers me so much.
Like us, the audience, has to make Barney come to life so we can see the same stock footage.
Wow. Oh, hello there. Transformation.
Jen thinks that you should watch the episodes instead of the videos, or else you'll miss the white void segments, which is fine with me because I hate the white void segments.
The white void segs.
Yeah. I hate them so much. I'm fine with missing them. But if you guys, I mean, it's up to you guys. Because have any of you ever seen season 9?
Yes. And
no, I have not.
When I was really younger, there was one episode in particular that was really distracting. And it was when they introduced that ugly costume.
The box head?
Yes. So the first half is still like the
season 7 and 8 costume.
Yeah.
And it just switches over.
They're playing Airplane. They're singing the Airplane song. And it's...
He just goes back out. Yeah. Oh, man. I remember
like, oh, my God.
I liked it because I always liked when things change. And like I always said, I've watched Barney the entire time. So like I liked when the new costumes would be introduced. So I liked it for that reason. But I noticed that too. Like it was like you couldn't just finish this episode and then go film the rest of them like with the other. Like you had to switch them like right in the middle. Like and it's not like it's
and that was the only time they ever did that.
It's not like it's like one of the doubles of like the season 3 or like season 6 or whatever where they kind of look the same. These are completely different head structures. And he just comes out like he's just the same person. Like,
what episode? It was a home video too. Well, it was a home video release.
I gotta see that.
Was it like Just Imagine
yeah, it was called Just Imagine.
Akin to that, yeah. And I watched that.
Just Imagine with Barney.
Turned it off because I was like, Barney looks weird now. He sounds weird. He looks weird.
I feel like I know what look you guys are talking about, but I have to see it.
It's the one with the very stubby arms. Like he can.
It's the very first one that they did where he had like the box face again. He wasn't as narrow anymore. I'll go ahead.
To me, it looks better in Land of Make Believe, probably because they're under like real lighting.
Well, but that's a different costume too. Land of Make Believe's costume is not the same as the season 9 costume.
Is it?
Yeah, they have. There's some differences in like his face and stuff like that.
Oh.
There's people like, especially from Barney Wiki, who will argue that a lot of those suits were the exact same one, and they weren't. If you look at them side by side, there's differences in them.
Oh, Hedge.
Like especially that one, like, and maybe you're right. Like lighting is one thing, but that first one to me was darker than what the rest of them were afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Hedge, watch that video because Carrie makes an out of costume appearance, and he does the Barney movements. It is so obvious.
And they call him Mr. Barnes.
That was in.
Were you guys playing with Barney? Yeah. Did he sign his shoe?
They literally go, "Goodbye, Mr. Barnes." He goes,
"Goodbye, kid. Goodbye, Barney."
That's so stupid.
But that's one of their best home videos, though.
Yes.
That's a great video. Steve White did a great job, as he does. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up.
I'm sorry. Him slipping in that pool.
9 episodes are the best, and they exist. Okay. Yeah, let's close this thing out. Any last words before we close it out? Anything that I forgot?
Yes, you do.
All right, everyone. Thank you for this stream. Tune in 2 weeks when we tackle season 9. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Yes, I do.